Hey everyone, this is Matt, the Resale Champ, and this week I'm going to do another update video. This is going to be updating the Facebook Marketplace electronics haul that I did a couple weeks ago. So in that haul, if you'll remember, I was able to get basically a big box of stuff and what it appeared to be leftover from a garage sale that somebody had, and it was a lady selling it, and it was like either her ex's or husband's or something like that, and she just wanted to get rid of everything, and so she bundled it all together. And I don't remember if I paid. I think I paid like $20 for everything. And it was just basically she had a picture of it on Facebook Marketplace of all the stuff, and I spotted something in there which was something I sold in the past. I thought it was a really good item, which was the Sennheiser earphones. So anytime you see Sennheiser, generally that is a BOLO. You just don't want to overpay for it. Some of it's worth more than others. Anyway, so I knew I'd make my money right there on the Sennheiser. So I went ahead and got the haul. And what I did last time when I did the haul video, kind of looked everything up and went through it. But what the thing with electronics is you don't know if they work or not, or if they're garbage. You have to test them, and so what I've done is in the past couple of weeks, I went through mostly yesterday. I went through, tested everything. I had to plug everything in, charge it up, make sure it worked. So I've gone through, tested everything, and now I know kind of what I can sell and what I can't. And I'm going to do an update basically and show you what I'm sending in for sale. Now, nothing's sold yet, but it's going to go in right now to Amazon or going to get listed on eBay. And you'll see what I was able to salvage, I guess, not salvage, but what I'm going to be able to sell from the haul and what it will sell for and where. And then I'll also show you, I've kind of prepackaged some of this stuff, the stuff that's going to Amazon. So you'll see how I package that stuff to send into Amazon FBA. All right, so let's get started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, this won't be long, by the way, probably less than 30 minutes, if that. So let's go through and see. Here we go. So let's start with these items that are going to be going onto eBay. Right now I've got them listed as drafts. So if you remember, I found a couple bell tone items. So that's these right here. And I didn't know what they were. I had to look them up, and it turns out that these things are decent. So the one item is a remote control for the hearing aids. And that, as you can see, is going to get listed for $45, $44.99. The other item, and by the way, I was able to charge that up, was able to successfully, get it to power on and stuff. And really, the only testing I could do with these is basically make sure they powered on, that they did charge and hold a charge. Because obviously I don't have the hearing aids, and I think that if you'll remember, I saw some over the earpieces. I'm thinking those might have been the hearing aids, but they were so trashed that I decided, I think I actually threw those away. So anyway, $44.99 for the remote control. And then this other smaller piece was a microphone, a mini microphone that I believe I can sell that for $24.99. So those two, I could not find them on Amazon. So those are going to get listed tomorrow. They're in my draft section. And the mini microphone will get listed for $24.99. If you want, what I'll do is I'll just show you real quick the listings, so you can kind of see the pictures that I did and how I did the listing, just in case you're curious. So generally, what I'll do when I'm doing eBay listings is I find a sold. So I always research solds anyway. So I find one of the ones that looks like it was sold for the highest price, had the best or most information in the listing, and I just copy. I do a sell now or sell mine, I think it is. So you basically, what that does is it copies over information from that listing as far as the title and store category, the category, this title, and some of the other information. So you can see here's my title. It's taking up every character, has all the keywords in there that I want. I've got it in a store category. So I do have a store. So it goes into a electronics category. And here it is. So I've got 5 pictures. You'll notice my first picture actually shows it where it's powered on right here. So you can see a full battery charge. And this listing I used to remove background and create a white background feature in the eBay app. So I really like that feature. It works really well, as you can see. And so then I've got pictures of it, where it's not powered on. I've got the back, the sides. The lighting's not great on these, so I could have done a better job with that. But unfortunately, I don't have like a little studio yet or anything for taking pictures. Yeah, and then just my description's real simple because I don't know a lot about these. No condition issues, no scratches, scuffs, dings, includes the charging cable. And then my price, I always do a fixed price. And I do require immediate payment because I do want them to pay right away. I do 60-day free returns. I've never had an issue with that. I am doing free shipping. This is small. It's going to be under 4 ounces, so it's going to go for $3 first class, so I have no problem with that. And I always promote my listings at 2%. So that's that one. That'll go live tomorrow. And then the other one is the microphone, which looks like I can sell it for $24.99. There's my title. Again, store categories, electronics, no UPC. I always put something in this condition description just because that's what people will see. Gently used. I did the remove a background on this as well. Doesn't show up as well. This doesn't have anything that shows up on the front screen. So there's nothing really to show. There's the back and kind of from a side profile pic. That's probably the best one. So I could have used better. Well, here's this. So this shows everything with it. So that the cable's with it. And then we go down just 4 quick lines on the description. My price, 60-day free returns, free shipping on this, also 2% on the promoted. All right, so you'll also notice I actually have these right here. So, I mean, you've already saw them from from when I did the haul, but in case you're curious, I actually have them plugged in behind me here. So here is the remote control. Well, this is the charger, like an iPhone charger. So here's the remote control, and it actually cleaned up. It's in really nice shape. And I did clean these up. I wiped them down with like a Clorox type wipe, and it's in really good condition. It didn't look that good, right after, when I pulled it out of the box. And here's the other one. It's the mic, and it's actually a nice. Sorry. Oh, it's in really good condition as well. The lighting in here is terrible. I apologize. You can see half my face is dark, and then the other half is really bright. So anyway, so there's that. And I don't know if you're still there because I just had a weird thing pop up on my computer. Yeah, sorry about that. That was weird. All right. So these are on eBay. They're gonna be listed on eBay. I'll show them in a white bubble mailer, and off they'll go for $3 for first class USPS. All right. The other thing you'll notice on here, I actually have this still, but it's the OtterBox. So I remember a bunch of cases that I pulled out of the box, and the other item I'm going to put on eBay is this Defender. It's an OtterBox Defender protective case, and it took a while to research this, a long time, but it appears that it is for a iPad Air Generation 1. So it has all the pieces are there. It took me a while to figure that out, and I'm going to try to sell that. Here's the issue right here. You'll see this. I did see there is a crack on the interior piece of plastic case right here. So there's a crack right there. So I don't know if anybody will buy this, but I do know the other parts of it right here are all good. So somebody might buy it for that. So, and I want to say, what did I put on here? So I believe it's for the iPad Air first generation. There's so many. I put, what all's there. The case is cracked, so I put that in there. And other parts have no condition issues. So I'm gonna try to get $19.99 for it. I think I have free shipping as well on that. So what I figured I'd do is throw that in a mailer and just ship it out. It's pretty light. So that I don't have a lot of confidence in. I don't know if that will sell. It's older. And it generally, what my goal on eBay is to really not list anything less than like 20 bucks because it's just not worth the time. So, I won't sell it for less than 10. So I'll start it at 20, and then if it's not selling, I'll start dropping the price, and then I may end up donating it. But the other two bell tones, they look like they will sell. So if they sell, I'm not even going to count the pricing on the OtterBox. I think that's a kind of a freebie, but 45 and 25, I'm right at about 70 bucks right there if those sell for that on eBay. So everything else is going to Amazon. And I do have some of that packaged here. And so I will pull these up I've got the listings pulled up here, and I'll show you. So I did have another case, and it actually had a packaging for it. So this case, not much, but I'm going to send it in as new in the box, and this will go into a poly mailer, so it'll keep it in there secure together. And as you can see, it's only $12.88 right now. I will put that for $14.99 because there's no FBA sellers. So I'm going to send this in FBA, and I will try to get $7 for it, after fees. So I've got that. That's going into Amazon FBA. I have this. Let me see if this is the next. This is the next one. So I was able to kind of salvage this out of the, again, of the cases that came out of that haul. This was in the box, but it is just, let's see if I can put me back on the bigger screen here. Okay, it is just the clip, the belt clip. So when I did my research, this thing is supposed to be a full case. It's supposed to have the actual case for the phone that goes into the belt clip. So I did find the belt clip on Amazon just by itself, and it's right there, and it's $14.95 right now. Somebody's got that listed, so after fees, I'd get $9 for it. So if that sells, which I believe it will, I will get $9 for that. So what's that? Another 9 and 7, another $16 that I'm getting just out of these cases. All right, now everything else I have is pretty much packaged to go into Amazon. So I will just leave myself. I think I have one other item to show you, but I'll pull that up when I get to it. So remember, I had this Logitech Mini Boombox, which is really freaking cool. This is the listing right here. I am sending that into Amazon. It is hazmat, but I can ship in hazmat. So there's no sellers on it. And if I go and look at Keepa, you'll see here's some used 1949 and one sold back in the end of April for 1949 apparently. If I go back 3 months, the pricing went as high as $29.99. There was a sold at $29.99. If I go back a year, it went up to $49. So since there's nobody, sorry about that. Since there's nobody on this, there's none for sale. I'm going to send mine in. I'm going to price it at $49.99. Let me see if I have that over here. Okay. So, well, actually, it's $39.99 was in there. I actually want to put $49.99 for that. All right. So that's going to go. So that'll sell for $49.99. And if it does, I don't know if it's going to give me a, yeah. So if that sells for $49.99, I will get about $40 for it. They'll take $10 in Amazon fees. This thing is really cool. I liked it. I tested it. I was able to charge it completely, and I was able to hook it up to my phone. I played it. It was kind of neat. Sound quality wasn't great, but if I'll start this at 50. If it doesn't sell, I'll start dropping the price. And actually, I was going to show you. So let me find this item, and I will show you how I put this right here. So this is how I'm packaging this for Amazon. I've got it in just a bubble mail. This is a bubble mailer, a small one, and it's going to get a, I will probably put this in a clear poly mailer and then put a sticker on the bubble mailer, and that would give it a little extra protection, not really protection, but Amazon wants things in clear pouches, bubble mailer. So I'm going to put this in a clear bubble mailer. But what this does is it keeps it in a compact package. It's a bubble mailer, so it's bubble protected. So I didn't have to wrap this in bubble wrap. So I thought this was a really good idea. I'm going to see how this works. So and you're going to see a theme of that going on with some of these smaller electronics that I'm selling. All right, so let's go to the next one. Next one is the Netgear wireless router. So if you'll remember, I did have a router in there. The router still had the protective coating on the front, and it also had the power cord. So all these had power cords with them, which was amazing because typically you get electronics, they don't have power cords. And it had the instruction booklet with it, brand new, sealed. So I am doing this. I'm sending this in at $49.99 as well, and in a used good. And so both of the mini boombox and the Netgear are going in condition used good to Amazon. The Netgear is in a bigger bubble mailer. It's a solid white one, and everything's in here. The cord, the instructions are all in here. And again, I probably have this going in a clear poly mailer just to be safe, to kind of extra protect it in case like this comes undone or something like that. Let me make this a little bigger. Okay, so at $49.99. Now you'll see right now there's a used in the buy box for $34.99 on this. But when I did my research, I saw solds. Let's see, used 30. Actually, I think what I did is I went and looked to see where all the sellers were. And this is generally what I'll do when I'm researching. So what's my competition doing? And so here I can see, here's a used like new. This is the one guy that's $34.99. And then here's one guy at $36.99. Well, everybody else in prime is in the 50s. So basically, mine's going to be $49.99. It will wait. These, most likely these two cheaper ones will sell, and then mine will sell after that. So that's why I priced it at $49.99. All right, so that's the Netgear wireless router. Next was the portable Sony portable reader. So remember, this one actually looked damaged. If you'll remember, when I opened it up, it looked like there was a line going through the screen. I didn't have any faith or confidence in this thing. Well, lo and behold, I charged it up and it worked perfectly. It charged completely. That line went away when I refreshed the screen, and it was preloaded. It had like 10 books preloaded on it. It had the King James Version, New and Old Testament Bible, had a bunch of old books on it. I just kept them all on there, and I am selling that on my listing. Now you'll notice the sales rank on this is extremely high. This is hazmat as well. Sales rank's 267,000. But there's not a lot. I mean, there's a handful of buying options here. What did I put this as? $79.99. So I'm listing mine. Basically, I'm matching the lowest price right now of $79.99, FBA, and I will send mine in. And at $79.99, hopefully, if and when that sells, it looks like it'll take a while, and I'm hoping this would sell by like Christmas time, maybe. Somebody will buy this at Christmas. I would get $67 off of this. Very excited about that. So I was very happy. And even in my listing, I put in that it had some preloaded stuff in there with books and the Bible and stuff. And that one is right here. So it's in another one of these boxes or bubble mailers. And then here's the instructions. Here is the cable, the power cable. Obviously, it would not fit in here. So I either could have put it in a larger bubble mailer altogether. This I'm going to do like this, and then these both are going to go into a poly bag. So they'll just go in together in a sealed poly bag and go in just like that to Amazon. It'll have the sticker on it, and it'll be priced at $79.99. Hopefully, it will sell. And I had these. This is a bubble mailer here. Actually, it's supposed to be stuck, and it did not stick very well. This is a cheaper bubble mailer, but these come in handy. I bought these, I think, off of eBay or something. But they come in handy, great for doing stuff like this, putting in, cords for electronics. All right, we're almost done, and we're at 23 minutes. Like I said, this will be less than 50 minutes. Next is the Sony Walkman. Now, if you remember, I found this Sony Walkman and had no idea if it worked. Now, remember, all this stuff I've had to test out, charge it, and make sure it's working. The Sony Walkman, when I pulled up, it was showing like $150, $200. After I got to researching, that was the wrong one. Okay, so I did find this one. And that is what it is, the correct one. There is this listing. It's a 459,000 electronics, but there's none available. So nobody has one on this. And I have to go back, like, I don't know, for the whole listing time to see, 2 years ago, they were selling, at $159.99 new. So what I decided to do with this, I do want to send it into Amazon. It is hazmat. I'm going to put mine, I think it did it at 99. Yeah. So I'm sending mine in at $99.99. If it sells for that, I'll get like $88. I may have to drop the price. Again, this stuff, when I looked this up on the reason I'm sending this into Amazon, when I looked these items up on eBay, they were like $50 or less. I think the reader was like $20. So usually you can get more for stuff on Amazon, especially FBA. So fingers crossed. But I did test this thing, and it was really cool. So it worked perfectly. I had earphones, tested the earphones out. It had stuff preloaded on it, which was really cool. So it made it easy to test. It had like a bunch of books on it. Like one was like a romance book, which I thought was weird on the Sony Walkman, but okay. It has a few songs on it. They all worked. All the buttons worked perfectly. So I just left that on there. Again, I put in the description, it's reloaded with some stuff. I tried to reset it, you know. So again, no instructions. I could send and print off instructions, but people pretty much nowadays know how to look these items up on Google and find the stuff that they need. So that was the Sony Walkman. Not quite the score I thought. I was hoping it was 150 to 200, but it's going to be under 100. Hopefully it'll sell somewhere between $50 and $100. And that, I did the same thing as I did the Sony Reader, and I put the Walkman in its own little bubble pouch, and I did a cord by itself. I didn't want the cord to damage the Walkman, so I separated them. These two will go into a poly mailer with a sticker, go right into Amazon. And the last item, and I thought I might have to pull it up. I've got one more bonus surprise at the end. This is the reason I bought the whole haul in the first place, was this Sennheiser. It is the R120 wireless headphone with charging cradle. So this is what I spotted in the listing, and I knew I'd be able to make money on it. Turns out this thing works. I plugged it in, I connected it to my stereo system, it played, it charges. This thing wirelessly charges when the headset sitting on that cradle is charging. So it's kind of cool. And again, this isn't a home run. I mean, new, they're $75. I'm sending mine in for $69.99. And the reason is the cheapest one used is that price. So you see right here, the used $69.99. So I'll send it in. It may not sell for that, especially with Amazon selling new right now at $75. But if Amazon runs out of stock, it'll definitely sell for that. But in the past, I've been able to sell this used for $50 easily. So if it doesn't go for the $69.99, I should definitely get the $50 for it. And again, at $69.99, I'm making $50 on this. So the last item, actually, I might have it right here. I do. This is my bonus, okay? So if you'll remember, in the haul, there was a bunch of CDs. And I went through this, it was actually about 15 CDs, and about half of them were worthless. The other half, there's about 5 that were going for I'd get a couple dollars. I'm going to send those in to Amazon. But this one was in there. And I do have that. I'll show it to you. So this is a 50 greatest pieces. It's a 4 CD set. Let me put me back on the screen here. All right. So here it is. It's, you can see that it's got still the sticker from the yard sale for $2. I would have bought this at the yard sale. And it's all there. I checked it, opens up. It's one of those, got 4 CDs in it. They've probably never been played out of the, there's no scratches or anything on there. So I'll send this in as like new. And this is going in. I haven't listed this yet, so I just found this today. But this is going to go in. Let me make this bigger now that you've looked at it. Okay. So as you can see, now here's a couple things on this listing. Right now, look over here, you'll see currently unavailable. The other thing you'll notice is this is sales rank on this. So typically what that means is on Amazon, there's a sales rank and it's currently unavailable. There's a demand for that. People want it. So this is going to sell. And here's the Keep It chart. So how do you know what to sell for? Well, you look at the Keep It chart. You can see used earlier this month, there was one for $34.99. It sold. Prior to that, there's $52.73, and then 48, and then as cheap as 13, and then 52. So I'm going to send mine in for $59.99. It's like new condition, and nobody else has one. So this thing will sell probably within a month or two of me sending it in. So what a huge bonus. A $50 to $60 CD is going to bring me back about $45. Just this CD will bring back way more than what I paid for the haul. So this will go in probably a bubble mailer also. to kind of protect it. So that was a huge find. Let's go through this real quick as we're right at the 30-minute mark, and let's look. So if I sell this, everything sells for what I'm going to price it at, and that may not happen. That's 45 there for the CD, and another 50 there. So we'll call that 100. 88 there, 188. 67. So now we're at 250. Another 40 bucks there, 290. Another 40 bucks, so that's 330. Another 10 bucks, 340, 347, and then eBay. So we'll just call it even 350. Another 75 on eBay, 420. So let's just say I don't even get what I had hoped. Oh, I almost forgot. Okay, there's a couple more things real quick. But anyway, let's just say I don't sell everything. If I sell everything at what I'm hoping is, we're talking over 400 bucks. Otherwise, even if not, if I have to bring prices down, I'm going to get at least $300 off of this $20 Facebook haul. There's a few other things I forgot to tell you about. In there was a set of, I forget the brand, but wireless headphones. And I think they were worth maybe 15 or 20 bucks online. But what I found was actually my daughter needed some headphones for running. And I was like, hey, try these out. They work perfect. She loves them. So those wireless headphones went to her. Most everything else is going in to donate. There's two other things. Remember, there's like a CD player. I haven't done anything with that. I want to say when I looked up the comps, it's around 20 bucks maybe. I haven't gone through that yet. And the other was like these, like a Logitech headset that was pretty cheap. I haven't done anything with that yet. So I wanted to mention those. But even without those, again, easily $300 to $400 on this haul. But I wanted to show you kind of how I packaged the items, what I decided to send into Amazon, and what I'm listing on eBay. And hopefully, all things said and done, we'll make a lot of money. I appreciate you tuning in. As always, please like and subscribe, and that will help out me tremendously with my channel getting recognized and seen. Right now, it's new, so we're trying to get as many eyeballs on it as we can, and hopefully I'm bringing you some value in the content. Thanks a lot for joining. Come back with me next week. I do have a big haul that I picked up again on Facebook Marketplace. This one was for board games. So it was nice. I spotted some really good board games that they had. I bought the whole set for $30. I'll probably do that next time. I also have to update my Legos that have been selling. I may do that, but I think I'll probably do the board game and then do the another Lego update. So I, again, appreciate you tuning in. Check back with me next time. And thanks again for everything. Talk to y'all later. Bye.